اسمعوا.
Hold on, you going live?
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. We're out here in Tampa, Florida. We just finished our last city of the tour, right?
Yeah, they came to my town in Tampa, and I don't know how many people are watching you right now. How many?
It's gonna start building up. It's gonna be up there,
I'm
brother.
getting a lot of hearts now.
Okay.
A lot of hearts.
It's building up the following.
We really appreciate Linda being here. She lit up the stage.
It was a great.
I felt like you were gonna start a march right from the stage.
I had people power fisting for Palestine and Aleppo. What's beautiful about all the cities that we were in is that people were generous for the people of Palestine, and the Palestinian community was generous for the people of Aleppo, of Halab. There was so much love in every room that we went to. People wanted to make dua for the people of Aleppo, and they wanted them to know that their Palestinian sisters and brothers loved them and pray for them, and it was such a wonderful tour.
You know, one story that I liked that you said on stage was when the Syrian kid that was interviewed.
It was a kids, the refugee kids in Gaza were asked about bringing in Syrian refugees.
And they're like, they want to welcome them, and they're like, what do you have to give them?
Absolutely. So there was a video that I watched actually on Facebook where they were interviewing kids in Gaza, and they said to the kids in Gaza, they said, look, we're about to bring some Syrian refugees here. What do you have to say about that? And the kids in Gaza said, ahla wa sahla, for our Syrian sisters and brothers, our Arab sisters and brothers. So the guy says, what do you mean? You have nothing. You live in poverty. This is an open air prison. You know, what do you have to give to the children of Syria? And they said, we will give them whatever we have. Anything that we have, we will give to our Syrian sisters and brothers. And this little boy said, I will sleep on the floor and I will let them sleep on my mattress. This is the love that we need amongst the Arab world.
We could learn a lot from the Gaza people. It's so unfortunate. We have so much. We can't even unite on certain things. But these are people who have nothing, and they're willing to give half of it to their brothers and sisters in Syria. And you've got people here in this country, especially, that are debating what's more worthy. Is it the Syrians that need the help? Are the Palestinians? They all need help. What we need to do is get off our asses and start donating and helping these people. Get off Facebook and start actually doing something.
$1.7 million has been raised during this tour, and some proceeds and of that $1.7 million will be going to the people of Aleppo, to our sisters and brothers in Gaza and in the Palestinian, in the West Bank, inshallah. And I was telling folks in the room, I said, I don't want to hear nothing about Trump and what's going to happen to us, and we don't know, and we're so uncertain. And I tell people all the time, channel your inner Palestinian. These people have lived under 70 years of military occupation. They have endured things that we will never experience as Palestinian Americans, as Arab Americans, as Muslim Americans. We will never see what the people of Palestine have seen. We will never see or experience what the children of Syria and the children of Yemen have seen. But guess what? They still have pride. They still stand tall. They still resist. They still are proud of who they are. So when you're starting to feel down here in the States, channel your inner Palestinian. I'm telling you.
You don't have to worry about being what a concentration camp is like, or an open air prison. They're already in it. And guess what?
Absolutely.
Many of them are thriving. I mean, they are just, they don't have much, but whatever they have, they're not giving up. They're still staying resilient, and we could learn a lot from them. It's never going to get that bad in America. So as long as we have the ability, we have the money, we have the security and the safety, we should continue to support our brothers and sisters in Palestine and in Syria and around the world.
Absolutely.
We're blessed and fortunate to have that opportunity. They don't. And let's not let some political fear, some of these warmongers or these losers that want to talk about white nationalism, scare us into somehow shying away and not being proud to be Arab or Muslim.
And if the people of Palestine and Gaza and the people of Syria and the people of Yemen, if they can still know God, if they can still pray to God, if they still believe there's a God with all the atrocities that they are enduring every single day, then how dare we here sit in these United States and have any fear? Because we should only be fearing Allah. I swear to God, every time I'm feeling like, I'm just like, what am I doing? The privileges that I have, even when I'm just like, look, I'm tired of the kinds of things that our people, our sisters and brothers are experiencing every single day, the mothers that are watching their children die, the people that are dying of hunger and poverty all across the world. Like, we have seen nothing. So we have no choice in these United States of America but to continue to sustain and support our sisters and brothers in Palestine, in Egypt, in Somalia, in East Africa, in Sudan, in Yemen, in any part of the world where people suffer. That's where our focus needs to be. Our Rohingya Muslim sisters and brothers, may Allah protect them. And I want people to know that Islamic Relief not only supports the people of Palestine, the people of Yemen, and the people of Aleppo, but also our Rohingya Muslims in Burma, who wallahi, they are, when we talk about Holocaust, there's a Holocaust that's happening in Burma against our Muslim sisters and brothers. I want to introduce you to superstar Reem. Look, these are the backstage people at Islamic Relief. You know, sometimes you see unsung heroes, people who are doing the work on the back. You're always like, why is everything so organized? Why are their events always amazing? It's because there are people like Reem at Islamic Relief. May Allah protect her. May Allah bless her. May Allah continue to uplift her and all the work. Ameen. Like the fundraiser says, Ameen is free, sisters and brothers. Allahu Akbar is free, right? And then this brother right here, can't forget about this brother who's FaceTiming me while I'm FaceTime.
We're going live, double live.
This is Brother Saeed Durra. I mean, this brother is making us all proud. I don't know where Islamic Relief found him. I don't even know how he even got into Islamic Relief.
I found him I recruited him for Islamic Relief.
Is that true? Let's see it. Is that true?
I think it was the first gig you got was Islamic Relief in Orlando.
I think the very first time I was with Islamic Relief, Ahmed was there. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
And it was love at first sight between them.
Mm-hmm. Like, there would have been no Promise for Palestine tour without Saeed and all the work that he does. And not only, forget about just the work that he does at Islamic Relief, but just as someone who's always a guest of Islamic Relief, I really do feel like I'm part of the family. He makes sure that we are treated with the utmost respect. I feel so part of the family, so loved and respected.
Because you are part of the family.
I am part of the family. I am part of Islamic Relief. IRUSA.
And I don't call you auntie because I know your age.
There were some.
You know how when I book your travel, I know your age.
Yeah, he does.
And I never call you auntie, regardless.
There were some kids on this tour that was like Khalto Linda, and I was like, y'all need to chill with that Khalto Linda, right? No. But you know what was beautiful? David Hawa, say what's up. Another unsung hero at Islamic Relief. Guess what he was doing today? There was an Islamic Relief event here in Tampa, Florida, raising money for Palestine on the Promise for Palestine tour. This brother was also doing a webinar with Sheikh Yasser Qadi, Imam Umar Suleiman, a whole bunch of amazing imams at Al Maghrib Institute to raise money for Aleppo, emergency fundraiser. So this brother was doing 2 jobs in one. Islamic Relief was doing 2 events in one day. And this is the kind of people that you need to support. IRUSA.org. Go over there, donate. Look, IRUSA.org/Syria if you want to give directly to Syria. They need you now more than ever. These people, your money goes where it needs to go. That's what I'm going to tell you right now. I do not put my name on people. I have my credibility on the line. And I will tell you that your money, when you give it to Islamic Relief, it's going to go to the people that need it most. So y'all need to be given to Aleppo right now. IRUSA.org. Not only is your donation tax deductible, and for the Muslims out there, because y'all be wanting some extra stuff. So not only is it tax deductible to the fullest extent of the law, it's also zakat eligible. And you could even tell them you want to do sadaqah. Like, they got a whole menu of like Muslim stuff that you can choose from. You also can choose the countries you want to support. You could also choose to support domestic programs, because that's another thing about Islamic Relief. They understand that humanitarian work is not international only, that humanitarian work is humanitarian work. So that means any human that needs support needs to be given the funds that they deserve. So that means in Flint, Michigan, that means in Oakland, California, that means Brooklyn, New York, wherever people are struggling, eviction, homeless people, Islamic Relief is always there. These are the people, Ahmed Badir, Reem, there were other brothers here, Brother Dawood, Brother Yusuf Abdullah from the Eastern region. Shout out to our brother Walid Jabir. Say what's up to Walid.
What's up, Walid? Thank you for all of your help.
Another brother that is working tireless every single day to ensure that we are making sure that we are raising as much funds as possible for the people that need it most. I was very honored and blessed to be on this tour. $1.7 million.
So far.
It's always so far, because y'all gonna be around, keep doing this work.
But you have to remember one thing though. All of us are doing this work because we've seen it. We've seen the kids. Look, all of us here are blessed to have strong mothers. And those mothers at one point were children. And those children were given a chance, were taught something. And that's what ended up making these strong mothers that learned everything, taught us everything, taught us our first steps. We need to preserve these mothers of Palestine, these mothers of Syria. But guess what? The area that you call home is just a small circle on the map. And that's why I love working with Islamic Relief, because we go to circles you've never heard of before.
And Dearborn yesterday, in Dearborn, there were kids, little Palestinian kids that were maybe 6, 7 years old that would come to the stage and give $10 and $20 because they wanted to give the little kids in Palestine and Syria their money. And there was a woman, and I'm going to post this note that she wrote to us. There was a woman who wrote a note in an envelope, and she said that I am a divorced mother of 3. I'm a single mother. I came out of an abusive relationship. I came here tonight as a guest of someone else, and I'm going to give you everything that I have in my purse, and all I have is $3.
Wow.
This is the kind of charity, sisters and brothers. Her $3 are like $30,000 because she gave all that she had. This is never about the amount of money you give. We're not only thankful to those that give $20,000 or $30,000, which there are people that do that, and we are grateful.
50,000.
We had $50,000. There are people, mashallah, Allah has blessed them, and they are sharing their blessings. But you know what? That doesn't take away from the people that give $20 and $5 and $100, because you know what? You give what you can. And may Allah multiply the wealth of all of those that gave throughout this tour. And may Allah bless those that wanted to give but could not give but had the intention to give. And I ask all of you to do whatever you can, especially now for the people of Aleppo. Please go to irusa.org/Syria. Give whatever you can, $5, $10, $20, especially after the evacuation now that just recently happened, and there are more to go. These people need to be met with resources, with clean water, with clean clothes, making sure that they still are living a life of dignity. It is our responsibility to ensure that our Arab sisters and brothers, our Muslim sisters and brothers are having are able to still live a life of dignity even amongst all the atrocities that has happened. So thank you to all the IR people and all the volunteers. Grateful to Muhammad Asaf for giving us his time.
Thank you to Linda Sarsour for her work.
Thank you to Linda. Linda was in North Carolina, straight hustling, putting registration cards on the table.
Because we family.
She was taking photos of people. She was doing
I was the photographer.
She wasn't being a diva?
No.
Oh, I took over the Snapchat.
No,
so wait a minute. Hold on. If y'all were following the Islamic Relief Snapchat, and when that thing was lit, I was on that Snapchat. Okay. That was me. Right, David? When I was like, Islamic Relief is lit, they knew that it wasn't you doing that Snapchat.
Right. Yeah, so...
Well, you can go to places that David can't, so...
Linda's always willing to throw down. She's one
always
of our family.
Always willing to throw down for my people. So, remember,
Sisters and brothers.
Sisters and brothers. I mean, everybody's saying that.
Why? It's always sisters first?
Of course.
It's always sisters
first. Are always number one, brother. Always.
Hey, I'm a brother, and I will
Please
tell
give
you,
sisters and brothers, make dua. Look,
fool.
sometimes you say to yourself, you know, Sister Linda, I can't give money, but please, from the deepest of your heart, make dua for the people of Palestine, for the people of Yemen, for the people of Aleppo, for the people of East Africa and Somalia and Sudan and all the oppressed people around the world. Believe it or not, you never know when that dua is going to be accepted, and when that dua is going to help get somebody out of some suffering or misery.
And I'll let you use my line. If you like the work we're doing and you can't donate, we don't want you to give us a hand like this. We want you to give us a hand like this and
that's
make
right.
God
That's
for
right.
us.
Salam alaikum. Salam alaikum.
Salam alaikum.